Drake might be boycotting the Grammys again, but this time it's way bigger than just awards. According to the new reports, the Record Academy allegedly reached out directly to Drake, OVO, and even UMG asking for ICEMAN submissions, and Drake reportedly said no. Not only that, rumors are now claiming tensions between Drake and UMG are getting worse behind the scenes. So the real question is, did Drake finally reach a breaking point with the music industry? Or is it all part of the biggest anti-Grammy statement of his career? So here's what's happening. A new report from Hot News Hip Hop claims the Grammys allegedly contacted Drake's camp about submitting music from ICEMAN for the Grammy consideration. Now on paper, this should be a huge moment, you know what I'm saying? Drake's latest era has been dominating streaming numbers, social media headlines, all of that. But despite all that success, Drake reportedly still wants nothing to do with the Grammys. And honestly, this didn't come out of nowhere. Drake and the Grammys has had a real relationship for years. Even though he has 5 Grammy wins and over 50 nominations, Drake has repeatedly criticized the Recording Academy and the awards process. Back in 2021, he actually withdrew CLB from the Grammy consideration. Then in 2022, he chose not to submit Honestly Nevermind at all. And according to older reports, he even skipped out, submitting More Life years earlier. So this isn't some emotional reaction from Drake, you know what I'm saying? This has become a pattern. Drake clearly doesn't trust the Grammys anymore, and I don't blame him at all. But this situation feels way more intense because of everything surrounding Drake right now. The article claims Drake allegedly cited his lack of belief in the awards process when turning down submissions. But then remember, this comes after one of the most brutal years ever of Drake's career. The Kendrick Lamar battle completely changed the conversation around Drake online. Then there's reported tensions with UMG, the same label Drake is currently fighting legally over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. So imagine being Drake right now. The industry is literally celebrating your biggest rival. Meanwhile, the same institutions suddenly want your album back in the conversation, From Drake's perspective, that probably feels fake, and I understand exactly where he's coming from. What makes this even more interesting is how personal the ICEMAN era already feels. The rollout has been filled with cold imagery, betrayal themes, direct references to people switching sides during the Kendrick Lamar situation. Fans has noticed literally Drake sounded more isolated and more calculated and honestly more bitter than usual. And according to Reddit discussions, Drake even hinted on one of the album tracks that he would never submit the project to the Grammys. And if that's true, then this whole thing might have been decided long before the Grammys even reached out. Now here's the crazy part though. Drake might not even need the Grammys anymore. At this point, he's basically bigger than the awards themselves. Like every project he drops dominates the streaming, good or bad. Like this, ICEMAN album, the 3 albums that he dropped, they're bad, but I mean, they're still dominating the charts. Every controversy becomes a viral moment when it comes to Drake. And whether people love him or hate him, they still pay attention. So refusing the Grammys could actually strengthen his image with the fans who already think that the awards are basically political. It turns Drake into an outsider, the anti-industry superstar. And honestly, the brand has worked really well for him lately. But the big question here is, if Drake keeps distancing himself from the industry, what does the next phase of his career even look like? Independent releases, more shots at UMG, another Kendrick response, retirement, or is ICEMAN supposed to be Drake's fully separating himself from the machine that helped build him? Because the one thing is obvious. This isn't just about the Grammys anymore. It feels personal. Now, what do y'all think though? Do you think Drake is alright to ignore the Grammys? Do you think refusing submissions just hurts his legacy? Drop y'all thoughts in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think. I'm down to argue with y'all down there. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't go nowhere. Click the video on the screen right now. Got more banger videos on the way, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm out.